Emmy Pup gave $200 and said, or $20 and said, I'm not going to let a little thing like being on a train to Chicago stop me from donating during Dark Souls 2. This is for all the Dark Souls swag. Praise the sun. Mega Dodo gave $100 and said, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this. It's the wrong run, but it's a good donation. Bal gave $50 and said, cancer sucks, games are awesome, you guys rock. Thanks for another great AGDQ. Toast, with an exclamation point, gave $30, said, here's some extra for 14 people who may not be able to donate. Keep up the amazing work, guys. Praise the run. As a reminder, if everyone watching did give $2 right now, we would make it to our $1 million just by donations alone. So, highly recommended that you donate. Please keep bringing them in. Up next, we do have this glitched run of Dark Souls 2. You are not going to believe what he does to this game. Well, if you've seen it, you're probably going to believe it. But if you haven't, don't move, don't leave. Don't go to work. Skip work today. Skip work tomorrow. Why not?
You know the life ring can increase your HP?
I don't believe you.
Alright, I just saw it on the screen, man.
I don't believe you.
Alright.
You know what? We're gonna really use the life ring.
You gonna use the life ring?
I'll use the life ring.
Alright. If I tell you to get items, will you go out of your way to collect them?
No.
Alright, you can't get like the chariot sphere?
No.
Oh.
Can I hold this? No, just for now. When I get to the character
Yeah.
I'm ready. 1, 2, 3, go.
Come on, Noobest.
Okay, so you saw Dark Souls 2 done the intended way, I guess. Now we're gonna do it faster, way faster. We'll start off slow by doing the same thing as in the previous run, but instead of Bonfire Aesthetic, I'm gonna pick another gift, the Life Ring. Explorer is still the class to use because the use is really useful.
Let's start off with the roll call real quick. Again, I'm Fearful Ferret.
I'm Noobest.
I'm keyboard holder.
This is hard. Okay.
My roll is done.
Thank you, keyboard holder. Alright, so again, same story, unequip armor, well, running because no need for it.
Stamina is much less important in this category than the others, though.
Well, I mean, it's
At least for
useful to
running
have,
around.
but yeah, for running around, you don't need stamina after the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, there's not as many movement tricks in the normal game, but there's a movement trick in this game, and it should be pretty obvious when it starts to come into play.
Yeah, okay, so we're taking the start pretty slow here, and just ease you into it, and soon some stuff will start to happen.
Yeah, he's going to pick up a very rare item, which with some creativity can be put to very good use.
Yeah, it's actually, I don't know, the later versions the item doesn't work as intended, but the binoculars are right here and they are make you go fast. Don't worry about it, I don't know how it works, it just does.
I mean, like, this is how you use binoculars in general, and like normally in most video games, so makes sense.
Yeah, it's just roll with them and go fast. Okay, so that's the first trick, but that's nothing yet. We're coming up to the next trick, which will include an enemy, a parry, a roll, and flying.
Yeah, that trick made you go fast.
Oh, didn't get it. This trick is actually pretty hard. Like, it's pretty precise. Oh, God. It's really precise. It's like 2-frame window, and it depends on... Or 3-frame. I don't know how many it's, but it's... Come on. Like, it depends on your distance from the enemy when the window is, so it changes every time. There we go.
All right.
Okay, so now that we can fly, we'll just go out of bounds in the green zone. And we'll jump under some stairs for some extra height. 7 jumps here gave me enough height. These stairs hate life, so you can't do jumps. That's 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so that gives me more height, so I can actually get back in bounds. Like so. And over here is a load trigger for the next area. If I don't hit that, I can't actually proceed. And I don't need the fragrant branch because I can fly.
This glitch is called parry walking, and it allows you to skip pretty much any physical barrier in the game.
The reason why it works is because the game thinks you're still riposting the enemy, so it locks your Z-axis to the value it was when you rolled over him.
And then you can change your Z-axis by jumping, and then whatever you land on, your Z-axis is then set to that, and other complicated stuff that I don't really understand.
Okay, there's a shield I need to pick up for later. Well, actually, in this run, I guess it wouldn't be necessary since I'm gonna get another shield for marathon safety, but for a normal run, you would need that. But shield makes parrying a lot easier, so it's nice to have. Some inventory management here, since I have time, I need to wait for this dude.
What was that?
Oh, that's rude. That's rude.
You still have to kind of play with the enemy AI, and tossing rocks can be quite dangerous.
If you get hit while in parry walk, you actually cannot change your height anymore. What is wrong with this now? There's the fake riposte you get sometimes. I don't know what causes it, but oh, there we go.
All right.
1 jump there to get some height. Let's go in here, line this up, and 11 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, and then we look over here, and we're there. If you remember the first King's Gate, it's right here. Well, it was right there. We don't need to ring. It's completely unnecessary.
Whenever the game loads a new area, the parry walking glitch is cancelled, so he's no longer in parry walk mode.
Yeah, the enemy unloads when it loads a new area, so you don't have anything locking your axis anymore, so...
There's also the advantage there that it can get you back on the surfaces that you may have trouble landing back on.
Alright, so over here the enemies are actually really annoying. They have 2 attacks, a shield bash and normal attack, like an overhead swing. The overhead swing is pretty easy to parry, the shield bash not so much. Let's hope I don't get the shield bash too much.
Yeah, the boss route is a little bit different in this run. Just by a few 15 or so bosses. You still have to pick up the, was it the Memory of the Giants?
Yeah,
to
yeah.
access the Giant Lord, and for that you need that to trigger Nashandra at the end.
Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna heal here because I don't want to die. Dying would be very, very not fun. Oh, right. Oh, that's the shield bash. That's so fast, and I don't have enough stats for the shield currently, so the parry animation is slower. Okay. There
Nice.
So there's a door, and then Ogre is gonna burst through. Okay, hi. And this is the stretching part.
That's actually much more entertaining than that animation usually is.
And here's the next boss, Guardian Dragon. Hi, what's up? Yeah, nice knowing you. And over here, let's take a look at the description of the binoculars. Binoculars are used to peer at distant heights, equipped in place of weapons use, a rare tool crafted in Volgan. These won't help you in battle, but with a little creativity can be put to good use.
They knew.
They knew.
Yeah.
Oh. Since this is a lift, some inventory management, because why not?
No souls up quite yet.
Yeah, you get 40,000 souls in the, like if you're going for a proper run, you get 40,000 souls and that's it for the whole run. And that's just enough so you can actually use the weapon you're gonna get. And the weapon I'm gonna get is in Dragon Area, it's the Dragon Tooth. And here's a bonfire that is good to have if you are doing a marathon run. Otherwise it's kinda useless.
Yeah, deaths in this run are pretty brutal just because you don't really go by any bonfires since you're not taking a normal route, so to speak. So any bonfire you can kind of sneak by and grab is going to be incredibly useful for a run like this that needs to be a little bit safer.
There's the dragon, there's his tooth, there's his eggs. I'm just gonna steal his tooth and run. And bino boosting through here is a bit dangerous because falling off is quite easy at these speeds, and the fall of course kills you.
And he doesn't have the parry walk glitch anymore, so he can't just kind of walk over everything.
Yeah, there's actually nothing here that you can get the glitch on except the NPC invader if you get him, but that takes time to get, and it wouldn't even save time because he invades at the very end of the area. So another dragon. I picked up a soul of a great hero there. There's another soul of a great hero, and those are the only souls I would get in a proper run where non-marathon safe strats or like proper attempts. And this is the bridge of, I don't even know what's going on with this character. And Dragon Shrine, well, it's pretty much the same as last run except much faster. And the same applies to the guy here, the mace guy. He just goes on vacation or something. Like, he doesn't care. He's just leaving.
He's got stuff to do.
Too busy for us.
This stairway is a lot safer when you can move at that speed.
Okay, Ancient Dragon High. Give me the item so I can go.
So now we have Ashen Mist Heart, and the total number of bosses defeated so far is 0.
And total number of souls acquired so far is 350. That should be 0, but someone died.
Is this the run? The game's giving you extra souls for no reason.
I didn't get to use them though.
Yeah, so now he has the second required item to beat the game. He just needs to get the last one from the Giant King, or Giant Lord.
Yeah. And now I'll level up a 9 Vigor, 25 Strength and 10 Dexterity. 25 Strength and 10 Dexterity is needed to two-hand the Dragon Tooth. And the 2 extra points you can just put in Vigor to survive 1 extra hit from Giant Lord. And, well, that's 1 extra hit is the second hit. You normally die in 1 hit with this little health. And no armor.
And Explorer stats are just pretty weak starting out in general.
Yeah. But the ooze is just too useful to pass on. And, well, the second King's Gate is coming up, but we don't have the King's Ring, so we have to figure out something else.
I'm sure we'll come up with something.
I mean, just a little creativity is all you need.
So I think what I'm gonna try is get this guy over here to walk up this hill. And I'll just roll over him and we'll see what happens from there. Or I'll just do that. Or I'll just kill him. The bad point about this is that these guys are so weak and they're so early in the game that they die in 1 riposte when you level up strength, so...
Yeah, and Noobest will try and smack him on the head if he doesn't get the roll, because that will reset the position a little bit faster, and hopefully he can give it one more try. There we go.
Okay, so I guess that didn't work, so we'll go back in the cave. Wait, maybe if I... let's see. Oh. Well.
I forgot about that path.
Oh, right, yeah, this is the intended path. Ogie, why didn't you use this? As you can see, there's items here, so it has to be intended. Okay, so, yeah, we're in the child memory. Remember the tree from before? Not needed.
I missed it. I must have blinked.
So in this fight, you can actually get some extra damage from the big head that falls off from the side. If that hits Giant Lord, it does 1700 damage to him, and that helps a lot because I don't actually have that much damage right now. There we go. That is actually random if you get that or not, because the Giant Lord doesn't always want to attack straight away. If he doesn't, you don't get it. Okay. So I'm just gonna play this a bit safe. You could go for a bit riskier attacks, but...
Well, as Noobest does not have very good stats to survive any hits.
Yeah.
Like you said, you can survive only one hit, really. And the Dragon Tooth is not exactly the fastest weapon.
You could go for double R2s, which do a little bit more damage, but the recovery time is much higher. But, I mean, that worked out. Okay, so now I'll use the Dark Sign soon. Like, if you use the Dark Sign fast enough after the boss dies, you get to keep the souls. So now I have 75,000 souls. And I can use those to level up and buy a better shield. The better shield is really useful in this route. You'll find out soon why.
I mean, really, just like this route is defensive. You know, you're doing nothing but parrying and blocking for most of it, showing that really a good offense can get you through a speedrun quickly. That and being able to clip through the entire game.
That does occasionally help.
We should have time for another donation.
$256 from Anonymous says, "Praise the sun." There we go. $50 from Vincent Quackel said, "Thank you so much for all you've done and all you're doing, and thanks for including FF7.
So before Oginam went through the Shrine of Winter before opening any of the King's Dead or going past them, I'm gonna go past the Shrine of Winter now, and I'm not even gonna see it because, well, actually I did see it earlier when I was going to Aldea's Keep. Nice.
Right away.
And this is the way to Dragon Lake Castle. There's a bridge here, so you can tell it's the intended way.
We have a $10,000 donation from the Yeti. Says, "Hey, all Yeti here, I don't want it to be over. This has been another amazing GDQ. Shoutouts to Rom Scout and Mikey Yama for organizing another amazing event. To all of the ultra-talented runners who made this one of the most entertaining events to date, and the unsung heroes behind the computers making sure everything runs smoothly. We're donating about $10,000, and we'd love to give it all to Kill the Animals. But we'd rather settle it in Smash. Give 8,361 to make that Melee Finals Advanced Mode run happen. Put the rest to Killing the Animals because they need a chance to die."
What are you doing? Oh no.
So here he's trying to set up the last parry walk of the game. But this enemy is a little bit slow.
What are you doing?
He doesn't want ADDQ to end.
Yeah, I was kind of worried there for a second. Oh, come on. There we go.
All right.
So the last King's Gate, yeah, it's over here. As you can see, the way you know that this is intended is when I go through this wall right here, you can see that they put a light right there where you're supposed to jump. So they knew. Like they show you where to go. Like so. Alright, so the hardest part of the run is coming up, not because it's hard, but because it's completely random, and I have no say in what happens now.
You'll do fine.
just like you did! Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's already not good at all. Let's see. So, Watcher, the white guy, has to come up here, and she decided to not. Okay, this is bad already. Yeah. Get out of the way, please. Thank you. Okay, come here. Come on, come on, come on. So what I'm trying to do here is to get Watcher to fall off the cliff and die. Because, well, that's faster than fighting them right now with these stats. So you can actually get this to happen like instantly, and it's what you kind of need for like a good run. And it's very rare that it happens, so a lot of runs that get this far die here.
I think she knows.
She knows. What I need to do is roll out of the way of the second hit of the combo, and it's just not happening because of the... Like if I'm too close to the edge, she won't do it, and if I'm too far from the edge, she won't fall off from doing it. And Defender's just blocking Watcher completely from getting even close to me when it would be needed. Okay, now please do it. No? Okay, well. This is why I needed the better shield. Like with the other shield I would have been completely... Like, the shield is really bad. This shield is much better at blocking things.
I think it's got 95% absorption for physical.
Yeah, and it has much more stability, which means that I can block more hits without recovering stamina.
Close. So yeah, Defender can't resurrect Watcher anymore. She's gone.
2 hits staggers him, but if he does this, like I can't hit him when he's shielding, it does nothing to him. Well, it does like 10% damage, but my weapon will break before I kill the last boss if I keep hitting him like that. So I have to choose my attacks.
Once you stagger him once, it's pretty easy just to get him to do a stun lock.
Yeah, you can stun lock him pretty effectively. And he should be dead. Okay, so coming up the last glitch in the run. Okay. It's really hard to pull this one off. I can't even see the screen properly. Okay, let's see. Let's hope. Here's hoping. That's late. Don't think I got it.
Yeah.
Oh! Well. Do you wanna play?
Oh yeah, sure. All right.
Just press R2.
Okay.
Press R2 again.
All right.
Wait for your stamina to return.
Okay. Okay.
Press R2.
All right.
Okay, so what happened is I treated the witch, holy water at the right time. That made Nashandra's AI never start. So she just stands there and you can pummel her to death.
It's an incredibly difficult glitch to get. I
Yeah.
saw him practicing it yesterday, and he basically never got it. So this was really amazing.
Uh-oh.
That's fun. Thank you, Studio. You broke my my weapon.
Noobest, I'm sorry.
Time coming up in like 10 seconds. Again, when the cutscene starts. And this is the victory lights. Time. That's okay with that Watcher Defender.
Wow.
got the ring for beating the game without dying.
Yeah, I got. If you beat the game without dying, you actually get a special ring, and I guess I got it now.
We got a $2,000 donation from the Yeti again. Okay, that was mean. Here's another $2,000 to kill the animals.
We're just waiting for the patch that puts us all back in, because from Broke It All, like, this was all intended.
Yeah, you can see it. It was just a clever way to use the binoculars. But yeah, I guess we're done here. There's just 6 minutes of credits if you want to watch them, but like...
I mean, we gotta get the in-game time.
Oh yeah, sure. You can't skip the credits, so that's great. I could skip this cutscene, but then the credits would just play. But... So, donations?
Okay, will do. We have $50 from Todd. He says, love you guys and love HDQ. Making this donation to my cats named Summer, Autumn, and Savvy. They would like you to save the animals, and so would I. We have a $355 donation.
Oh. Sorry, go ahead.
$355 donation from Stephen J. Shout out to Hulk Hoagie and the 502. We have $100 from Sean238, says, well, what is it? Oh, good God. 500.
But
we have a $500 donation from Meadows. Says, Bro Sencha, you're my favorite commentator for the donations. Loved your sketch percent segment of FF6 last year. But since only FF7 is being played, it's time to donate for it. Put this to name him Barrett as Caleb Hart because Mega Man has a Buster and Barrett, well, you get the point. Core hype. Also, sorry for the self-promotion there. But I like the donation. Thank you. Herfadurfa gave $50 and said, lost my mom and stepdad to cancer. Thanks for all the runners. AGDQ staff and sponsors for helping out towards a great cause. We have a $200 donation from Slave of Hell. Says, big shout out to all Dark Souls runners. Special thanks to Mr. Takahashi and Distortion 2 for the DS2 races last year. Praise the sun. Right now, we are going to move over to a Twitch commercial, so we will be right back. Thank you all, everybody.
Planning to go through the remainder of the schedule and just be like, we have blah 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 coming out. Hello everyone and welcome back to Awesome Games Done Quick 2015. You've been watching us for the past 6 days speedrun all sorts of different games. We are entering the final stretch here with the last several. And of course we've saved the best for last. Coming up right now you are going to see Final Fantasy VII completed by Puexel in 3 hours. Yes, that is right, I said 3 hours. If you would like to see how that is even possible, stick around. You're going to love it. After that, we will be having the return of Pokemon with Pokemon Green, which you have all donated for. And we will also then be having the return of TazBot with the amazing Pokemon Plays Twitch. You'll definitely want to stick around for that. Then we will be having a Super Metroid race between two of the best 100% runners in the world, Epically Epic and Sweetnum. And we will be capping it all off at the end with The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. A wide variety of different things, including Runner Guy completing the child dungeons blindfolded. Yes, I did say blindfolded. There are a lot of things going on tonight that you might be surprised by. Then there will be a glitch exhibition. And then we'll be having a 100% speedrun in under 5 hours by ZFG. So you want to stick around for the rest of the night. You want to watch this. It will be quite amazing. While we're getting set up for the next game, which is Final Fantasy VII, I'm going to go through some of the donations we still have not gotten to over the past run. We've got $25 from Uri. It says, I don't think there's a series I've spent so many thousands of hours on as the Dark Souls series. Praise the sun. Great marathon, and good job, everyone. And we received $30 from Cerebulon. Dark Souls was the last run I could watch this year, so I'll throw in one last donation to make it up to 100. Great event this year. Thank you very much. We have $50 anonymous donation that says, Praise the sun. The Dark Souls run was amazing. I had no idea the game was this broken. And we have $100 from Xpoint, which just says, kill the animals. Speaking of killing the animals, let's get an update on that bidding war, which is one of the last several things that you guys can donate for during the rest of the marathon. It is, of course, referring to the animals in Super Metroid at the end of the game. This race is getting surprisingly close at this point in the marathon. Save the Animals is currently in the lead with $66,420.51. Kill the Animals is trailing by a mere $9,000 with $57,252.84. Given the rate of donations right now, I think you can expect this to be closer than it seems. So get your donations in. Don't be afraid. If you want to kill the animals, you can still make yourself heard. So far, we have received $123,000 for this bid war alone. I would also like to remind you real quick, while we're setting up for Final Fantasy VII, at the time that we start this run, we will cut off the bid wars for naming Cloud and Barret. And currently, the leading names for those characters are, for Cloud, Faraday is leading with $3,250 compared to $1,467 for the runner-up, Cart 7. And for Barret, we are currently in a very close race between Caleb Hart at $2,900 compared to Mami Lami with $2,880. So that is a difference of only $20. So if you would like to either snipe that name choice or solidify Caleb's lead, now is definitely the time to do that. We will be cutting it off as soon as Puexel starts his run. I'll also just remind you that during Final Fantasy VII, we have several incentives which have been met already. We had an incentive for the Squats minigame in Wall Market to be acted out. And we do have some special folks on hand to do that, including none other than Mr. Caleb Hart himself. I'm sure he will put everyone else to shame. We also had an incentive to defeat Sephiroth with Omnislash. It is actually faster to not do that, but we will be doing it just for you guys. And we had an incentive to use Aerith during the final battles, as, believe it or not, Aerith does not actually have to die in this run. It's right in the tracker. It's not a spoiler. I'd also like to remind you of other incentives that are still outstanding over the rest of the marathon. We have several other character names in Final Fantasy VII. Not all of them. We have Tifa available, as well as Red 13 and Aerith. The other characters will either not be obtained or we will not be able to name them during the run. For Tifa, the leading name currently is Toji Sucks. I believe this is a tongue-in-cheek name donated for by the Kingdom Hearts community for one of their runners to poke fun at him. This is currently leading with $4,120 compared to Dream Boom with $1,156. For Red 13, we have Konor leading with $2,562 compared to Red DII, I believe that stands for 502, with $2,450.26. And if I can get this thing to scroll up to the Aerith bid war, we currently have the extremely creative name Sean Bean leading for Aerith with $1,996.50 compared to the somewhat less subtle Eris Dies at $1,489.11. So all of those